Hi, my name's Tracy Butler and I'm the Director of Links to Learning. I represent Advanced Brain Technologies in Australia and New Zealand. Today we're going to talk about the listening program, and I'm going to introduce you to one of our certified providers who's been using it in a school setting. To be able to offer the listening program, you need to complete professional training, which can be done as a web-based option, or I also conduct live trainings throughout Australia. Today I'm talking to Mel Roberts, and Melissa's been working within the education sector for the last 15 years, starting in primary schools and then for the last 8 years in senior school. Welcome, Melissa. It's lovely to have you with me. I just want to explain to people that are watching, in your school setting, you've been implementing the cloud streaming delivery of the listening program, and you are a pioneer in that area in Australia. One of the few schools that have adopted that method. It is a new method that we're implementing here in Australia, and we certainly have had some challenges with the streaming process, and you've been incredibly positive in the way that you've managed those, so thank you for that. Can you just explain to us how you implement it on a daily basis? Like, what does it look like for a student?
Yep, certainly. So what it looks like is our school opens at 8 o'clock in the morning, with most students arriving via bus. So 90% of our population by bus. We're a rural school. So they arrive anywhere from 8:30 onwards. We open at 8, and at 8:15, we open up a room that we have set up just for the listening program that is full of computer banks. And they're all loaded with Firefox, which is how we access our streaming, and they all come in at different times from 8:15 up until 5 to 9 when the bell goes, and they all log on individually with their codes and start to listen. And we have different activities they can do, whether it's ball juggling, throwing, drawing. Lego is very popular, and they just come in and out that way. Some of them bring their headphones with them because they may listen for 15 minutes in the evening, so they bring them to school each day, so they have to travel backwards and forwards with those headphones in special cases. That's the normal day.
That's great that they've got that flexibility to do it within their school day or then complete it at home. And I guess that is the same then when you have pupil-free days or school holidays, or the child's not well enough to come to school but can still complete their daily listening.
Yeah, with school camps, and we're a Catholic school, and so there's a few extra days, I guess, that we have that are devoted to not studies as such. So allowing it to happen at home and at school means they'll actually get through their modules and complete a full program within a school year to get the maximum benefit.
I would like to share with our viewers some of the results that you've very beautifully documented for us. So when I bring them up, if you can talk through those. This first one here, can you talk us through that one?
This was last year when we weren't streaming. We were just doing iPods, and we had 2 iPods with splitters going, so 4 students at once. So it wasn't an individualised program as such, it was more following level 1. So you can see after 20 weeks, so the green is pre-testing, pre the program, or the first, so that's at the very start, and the one is probably 20 weeks afterwards. Led leadership to see the potential to say, hey, we can make academic changes, which as a school they want to see, that helps their funding. So let's explore what we can do further to, to give it to more kids. We did soft data as well, which was observational data, surveys through home and through classroom teachers. Their growth may not have been outstanding academically, even though quite clearly it was in most cases, but socially. Yes. There's a particular boy who did a 40-week program, even though we only offered 20 weeks, because his academic growth was great, but his social world changed. He went from being a young man in year 8 who had no circle of friends. He would be in the library every lunchtime, standing outside the library at recess, waiting for it to open. Now he has 5 or 6 close friends. He interacts with them. He's
Yeah.
the email saying he'll actually go to appointments on his own now. He initiates conversation. Not just her and her husband notice it, but wider family members noticing that he actually is now living a life that, you know, she wants him to live, like fully embracing it. And that to me made all the difference.
Yes. So I think that's lovely. I mean, we can see, you know, on this graph yet again the comprehension using nil analysis, and again, great gains. But, you know, what you've just brought up with that young boy is very difficult for us to put on a graph and to measure those changes. But I think you'll agree with me that those changes are significantly more important than just our reading and our spelling, and how that child feels in their everyday, and how they believe in themselves, their confidence, self-esteem, all of those things that we can't measure.
That's right. Well, believing is 9/10 of it for me. I work with a lot of students who are academically challenged, perhaps, and if they have self-belief, they're willing to have a go, and then the confidence, it just rolls on and on like a 360 that way.
To anybody that is in a school setting, despite the challenges that it brings, you know, with a busy schedule already, you feel that the time invested in it is worthwhile?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. It is the most effective program for the time spent by a student or a listener, and now certainly streaming it, an organiser. There's no paperwork really side of keeping track of modules that I've been involved with. Enough so that over 4 years leadership have built the program up to putting so much money into it because the results are there.
Yeah, and that is that benefit of the cloud listening, that it does take away a lot of that management time for you. So we weigh that up with the technical glitches that you know, are always going to be there as a pioneer.
Every year my principal or I get numerous emails or phone calls from parents just thanking us for allowing their child to be a part, and to, you know, opening a door, if you like, for that child to walk through and go, hey, this is possible for me, whether academically, socially or emotionally, because it just may be that bit of support they need, the key, if you like, to unlock something. We are in a rural setting and we are maybe pioneers. Having your support on the end of that email and phone, you answer in those first few years when we were very new and, you know, only trained online because of, I guess, location for us, having there and stepping me through things made things so much less stressful than perhaps what it could have been, and give you confidence to know that you're on the right track.
Yeah, that's great. Good teamwork we had.
Definitely, and still do, because you still do offer numerous advice and support with my numerous questions.
Questions are always good. That's how we all learn. So, you know, it's mutually rewarding. I love it when you send me through the results that you're getting, because, yeah, I understand I played a very small part in that, and it's great to know that we've done some good things for some kids.
You know, this program changes lives, Tracy. I truly believe that, which is why I push so hard to have it really. And I will just say on closing, my school is now looking at succession planning, knowing that I won't be here forever. So I've now got someone else under to train.
Fantastic.
Who's looking at getting her certification, and she has started this year integrating in knowing how the program works, because it wants to be ongoing no matter whether I'm there or not. They want to embrace it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for today.
My pleasure.